Hi y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And today, yes, I know you are seeing this makeup look once again. I just changed my shirt to get a little bit of something different, but I am filming two videos in one day because kids are asleep and I have to jump on every opportunity to film when I can. So today is another collab video and I'm super excited to be collaborating with AgapeLoveGirl or Maria here on YouTube. We've been talking about collaborating since goodness back in October, November, I can't really remember, but life just kept happening and things kept getting in the way and we just kept putting it off and off, but we are finally getting to collaborate on this video idea today, so I'm really excited. If you don't know who Maria is, she has a YouTube and blog called AgapeLoveGirl. And she does some beautiful eye tutorials, especially if you like glitter and if you like color. Check out her channel. You will get so much inspiration. She's very talented when it comes to her makeup. All her eye looks look stunning, and her Instagram account is like goals. Like, she does really great close-up shots of her eyes, her makeup. She does little Instagram tutorials. Fantastic. Definitely check her out. So for this collab video, we decided to talk about makeup that we've changed our mind about, and that could either be changed our mind for the better or changed our mind for the worse. I think this is a really interesting concept because I love to see if my mind or my opinion or even just my style of doing makeup changes, and therefore changes the products that I like or don't like, because I mean, here in the beauty community, we have some strong opinions, but when you think about it, like, opinions can change. You can jive and enjoy different things at different times in your life, and yeah, I just feel like makeup is fun, and it's okay if we re-like something that we hated once, or if we no longer like something that we used to like. So yeah, I think that about sums up what this video is going to be about. Let's just jump right into it. Alright, so for the first product, I actually don't have it with me, so inserting a picture here, it is the ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. Now, I originally did a post on my blog reviewing these, and I thought they were really awesome. I thought they were fun. They were really like packed a punch. They gave you that punchy color that you wanted, or that just amazing shimmer sparkle glitter that you wanted, and I thought they were pretty cool. Now, when I did that post, that was back in the day when ColourPop first started, just as they were getting popular, and my opinions sure have changed over the years. The issue I have with them is that they dry out very quickly, and you just have to be so careful to close it. I would find myself just skipping over them because you guys know I'm an eyeshadow palette addict. I love eyeshadow palettes, and I would be thinking about what I wanted to do that day, and I would look at the ColourPop single shadows or their Super Shock shadows that I had and just be like, it's too much trouble, and I would skip over them. And so I noticed myself starting doing that a couple months after I purchased it, and then just over the months I started decluttering one after another, and at this point I have none in my collection, even though I want to say about a year or 2 years ago, I purchased a couple more, maybe like 3 more, just to try and see if maybe I liked it. And I specifically chose very vibrant colors that were unique to my collection, because I was thinking maybe if I had one of those really fun colors, I would use it more because I didn't have those colors in my collection anywhere else. And yeah, that didn't happen. I still didn't use it, so I ended up decluttering that. And yeah, I don't like them anymore. They're too much of a hassle. They're too much of a hassle to store as well because they're so big and bulky. They're hard to store, and I just have other kind of single chunky products that I'd rather store, like my L'Oreal Infallible. And yeah, I used to really like them, but now they're too much trouble, so therefore I don't like them. So the next product was not something I didn't like, but I just didn't think it was all that amazing. But now I really do love them, and they are these little babies. This is the Butter London Sheer Wisdom Lush Lip Oils. So I mentioned them in a Makeup Monthly. I can't remember which month. I'll link it up here, I think it is, for you guys. But the reason I just thought they were okay was because you didn't get a lot of product. This is just 0.08 fluid ounces, and they were rather expensive. And I have and own the Too Faced Peach Collection lip oils, and those you get more product for, I think, a little bit less or same price. So I was just like, these are really nice. They feel really great, but they're just pricey, and I can't see myself repurchasing it. I think that's basically what I said. I should have rewatched it, but as I've been using these, I've been changing my mind. And I think the biggest reason that I've changed my mind, and if I did not have any other lip oils in my collection, which I have a ton now, so I don't have any plans of repurchasing anything right now until I go through them. But once I get all those out of my collection, I was thinking about what am I going to want to repurchase, and honestly, I think it's going to be these. Even though they're a little bit more expensive, I find that they just glide on, they're so comfortable on the lips. They glide on so well, and they evenly distribute the color, and I think that's what makes this product stand out so much higher than the Too Faced Peach Lip Oils, is because with those, with the Too Faced Peach Lip Oils, you apply that and you have to really work to not make sure it's not patchy looking. Because in my experience, like I would apply it and just like the rim around my lips would just be so heavy, like pigmented with color, and then the rest of my lips really wouldn't be. It was very just not even with the color, and especially if you had like flakes on your lips and the color would get underneath it and just be these weird pinky peachy colors. It wasn't very nice to go out in. But as I said, I didn't mind it because I'm just around the house. Now with these babies, you can apply these totally blind in the dark and just swipe them on your lips, and you can go out and look put together and great. I've worn them in a video, if not more than one, and they just look really nice. I don't have to sit there and fuss with the pigmentation like pilling or bunching at the outer corners. I don't have to worry about it like all the pigment going underneath a flaky part of my lip. It glides on smooth, and the color is even and smooth overall. So that's what makes these stand out so much more. And I'll tell you right now, if I run out of these and I run out of all my other lip oils, this is what I'm going to repurchase. And I have one of these in my car, I have one of these in my everyday makeup drawer, and I have one of these in my kitchen. That's how much I like these. And I really need to bring down the Too Faced ones because I need to go through those before they get bad because they're older. But I don't want to stop using these because I love them so much. And yeah, this is something that I totally changed my mind about. I am continually reaching for them. So they're pretty awesome. Next up, let's talk about the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Now this is a palette I am currently trying to pan in my current project panning challenge. And I have repressed this side, so I know it looks like it's empty, but if you see there, without the glare, there's still stuff there. This is a product I used to really like, and I recommended it a lot. I feel like whenever anyone talked about wanting like a setting powder and a contour at the drugstore, this is affordable and very pigmented, and I always recommended it. But since I pulled it out and I've been using it to pan in this project panning challenge that I'm doing, but I also had another one at the beginning of the year that I initially pulled this into. So I've been using it almost this entire, well, basically this entire year, end of January till now. And boy, has my feeling changed. I think the biggest issue is that it's just so powdery. I call this the subculture of the drugstore. This is the subculture product of the drugstore because it is just so powdery. You barely dip your brush in and it just powder everywhere. But it's just, yeah, it's very messy and it just almost too pigmented. I would have to dip it like once in, then shake off my brush really well and then go into contour. But another thing is the setting powder isn't all that in a box of rocks, if that makes sense. Like, it's nice, but I didn't like it for setting under my eyes because I noticed a lot of really heavy settling. Didn't really like that, and just setting over your face, it was fine. It wasn't anything amazing. So since I've been using it so much, this is a product that has kind of fallen in my eyes, and I just really don't think it's all that awesome. I have another setting powder that I love for setting my under eyes that's under $5. I just did a collab video, or I just posted that video earlier this week. It was a collab. Check it out up here if you want to see what setting compact that I recommend for setting your under eyes at an affordable price at the drugstore. But yeah, so because I like that so much, there's no reason to get it for this side. And then the contour, it's nice, but I mean, I use my butter bronzer. That's really nice. And if I wanted anything more intense, I have other contours in my collection that I love more. Nothing from the drugstore that I'm thinking of. So if you have a recommendation for a good, like if you want to get that chiseled look to your cheekbones that's at the drugstore, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to look into it, because I don't plan to repurchase this once I run out. And I do like to have affordable options for you guys to recommend, and I'm not going to be recommending this anymore. So yeah, this is definitely one that has fallen in my eyes because I've gotten to use it so much. But I think that's the awesome thing about panning, because when you go to pan something, your feelings really become concrete because you use it day in and day out. So yeah, this is just one I really don't care for anymore. So next I have the Tarte Shape Tape. And if you're new here, you might be surprised that this is a product that I used to not like, and now I do like. Now I know everyone loves this concealer, but when I first purchased it and I was using it under my eyes, I just did not get the hype behind this, and it was just a product that sat in my drawer and I just thought would waste away because I just couldn't jive with it. I didn't understand it. But actually, as I've been using it, and I actually stopped using it under my eyes and started using it to like spot conceal, and I do like it now. I think it's fantastic for spot concealing. I hear everyone recommending it for brightening under the eyes, but it's just too thick for me. Now, if you guys, I'm sure you guys know, you guys watch me all the time. I have a lot of smile lines around my eyes, and it's just, I would put it on and I just feel like my under eyes would just be so cakey and heavy, and then halfway through the day they would just look like I'm, you know, going on 100 years old because there's so many lines going on. And even when I cut back on using it and just use like a dot, it was better, and I do use it that way occasionally, but I just have other concealers that I like more. So I really don't reach for this or think to reach for this to conceal my under eyes, but I do really, really like it for spot concealing. It's very nice and full coverage, and I noticed that it holds up really well throughout the day. So yeah, since I started using it like that, I've really come to enjoy this concealer. Now, because of all the controversy around this concealer, I'm kind of scared to repurchase. Not that I really would, honestly, because it went up in price to $27, and I honestly don't think it's worth it for that price. Like, I will spend that money on like my Urban Decay Naked Skin because I really love that formula and it's fantastic, but for a full coverage concealer that I'm only going to use to spot conceal, I just don't go through it very quickly. This only says it only lasts about 6 months. It's just not worth it to me. I'd rather go purchase a heavy duty concealer at the drugstore and call it a day. But with that said, I used to not like it and I do like it now, so it had to go in the makeup that I've changed my mind about. So this last product I actually do not own anymore, but here it is. It is the PUR eyeshadow primer, and when I first got this, they sent it to me. I thought it was a really fantastic primer. It's a very sticky primer, so I always made sure after I applied it that I set it with a kind of translucent or just a my skin color kind of powder on top or eyeshadow. But if I did that, I had no issues like with the blending, skipping, no issues there, and I thought it was a very nice primer. I wrote a review on my blog. I can have it linked down below if you're curious. But there was one issue, and I can't remember if I mentioned it in my review, but it is a very extremely thick primer, and it's in a squeezy tube. So if you are trying to squeeze that out, I remember even like from the initial time I was using it, I would really have to squeeze hard to get a little bit out. It was just such a thick product, and the little like hole that you squeeze it out of is so small. It took a lot of work to get it out. But as I was using it over the months, I don't even think I was using it for that long, maybe a couple months, it got stuck. Like, I don't know if the product hardened in the tube, like because I would squeeze it up and use it, squeeze it up and use it, and maybe when I squeezed it up, I didn't use it for a couple weeks, and it hardened in the tube. But I tried so many times to squeeze that baby out, and I would sit there and try to squeeze it up with all of my being, expecting it to like explode everywhere, but finally like explode and get out. I could never get that thing unclogged, and I ended up throwing it away because I couldn't get any more product out of it. And as I said, there was more than half of the tube left, but I couldn't get anything else out of it. I know that's more of a packaging fail, but it is something that I used to like, and now I really don't like. And every time I see it, it makes me a little angry because I'm like, ugh, like it was a nice primer, but I couldn't use it because it wouldn't come out of the tube. So overall, no, I did not like that, and I was very disappointed that it had that issue where I just couldn't use it anymore, and every time I see anyone show it, I'm like, So yeah, those are all the products that I picked for these makeup I've changed my mind about, either for the better or for the worse. I hope you enjoyed hearing them, and let me know if we had any similarities, and definitely let me know what's the most recent product that you changed your mind out. Either it was you thought it was bad and now you love it, or the vice versa. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, let me know in the comments what's the most recent product that you realize that you change your mind about. I'd love to hear. Definitely make sure you go check out Maria's video, AgapeLoveGirl. I'll have her channel link as well as her video link to her own makeup you've changed your mind about video down in my description box. So make sure you go over there and check her out. Let her know I sent you, and subscribe. Maria, thank you so much for collaborating with me on this video. And yeah, with all that said, that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.